here once stood the Hard Rock Hotel, but the Hard Rock is dead. Long live Virgin Hotels Las Vegas. This was planned for years, and then a pandemic got in the way. It was supposed to open in September of 2020, but then, COVID and everything like that. How's it going, everybody? My name is Steven, and I am not leaving Las Vegas. I'm a Vegas blogger. I hope you guys would like, share, subscribe. Hit that bell for future notifications as we take a look today in 4K resolution in the Virgin Hotel. And I want you guys to take a look carefully to see how this place looks. It definitely have a style like no other place you'll find in Las Vegas. It's a windy, kind of breezy, typical spring day in Vegas, where yesterday it could have been 75 degrees and today it's 62 with a threat of rain. If you guys like this channel, make sure if you like this video, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for the future notifications. If you guys want to support us further, Patreon channel memberships, you get extra content, your name in the credits. We also have VegasFaceMask.com, no S at the end. This is one of our most popular here. I believe this is called Lucky Bets, and 2 for $25. The wife hand makes them, sends them out to you. But anyways, let's get inside of the Virgin Hotel. Tell us if you have memories of the Virgin brand. A lot of people remember the albums, the airlines, all those kind of things. But tell us what you remember about the Hard Rock at the same time as we go take a tour through the property. Action. All right, now look, if you're as confused as I am, I totally understand where you're coming from. I didn't think I'd be in this room right now either, but here I am. All right, so let me explain something. First of all, big thanks go out to our good friend of the channel, who I won't mention his name, who offered me this room on Friday. I could have had it Friday and Saturday nights, but I almost didn't want to do it because of what happened on Thursday. Secondly, we have to address what happened on Thursday because it's caused a lot of controversy, or controversy as they would say, I think in the UK. How do they say it over in the UK, where this brand is from? Because I got kicked out of here with the security alluding that I might actually be 86th, and I want to cover that too. And I want to just address this with anybody who might be watching on the channel or even at Virgin, although I really doubt that they're watching. So yeah, this room, we're going to do a quick review of this room. We're going to talk about this room. But first of all, let's talk about Thursday. Thursday was the big grand opening. It was the soiree. It was the we open at 6 and anybody can come in and take a look-see. It was also the day that almost every single live streamer in the city, including myself, decided to come on in and see what was going on, because that's cool. That's what you do when you have a YouTube channel, because your audience wants to see it, and you're generally just really providing a bunch of free publicity for the property. The exception is me, because I'm the one who was told to put the camera down twice, even though I did know the rules. So don't worry, Virgin, I got your back. You can argue that point all day long. I'll argue it for you right now. No, what really happened was I came in on Thursday, started a live stream way on the strip, walked through the terrible neighborhood that is East Harmon, where this property sits. I'm sorry, it might be a nice property, but it's a terrible neighborhood to get here. I came in and I was told to put my camera away because you can only do still photography. But hey, because all the cool kids are doing it, I decided to stream anyways. After I did the stream, it's only about 20 minutes to see the whole entire property. Saw some cool stuff. I decided to film in this really cool widescreen format you're seeing right now and really make it something special. When I stepped outside, the same guard came up to me and popped to me again and said, "Hey man, I told you to put that camera away. I'll make it even easier for you," basically alluding to the fact that they were going to 86 me if I didn't do something about it. And I can put the camera away, go game, but you got to put that away or else you won't be welcome back here again. So I put the camera away, went back to the strip, went back to my regular scheduled type of stream, and there you go. And people are pretty upset. So let's just cover that. First of all, if you're upset, totally understand. Why would these hotels pass up free publicity? They do have a policy though. It says no filming on the premises. So like I said, Virgin Resorts, I got your back. I'm calling myself out on it. No filming on the premises. How come there was 4 or 5 other bloggers that were filming that didn't have any problems? I don't know. You'd have to ask the security over at Virgin Resorts. I'm sure that they saw them. Hell, there was people in there with bigger gimbals than me that didn't have anything happen to them and even talked to some of the security officers, which is befuddling to me. But at the same time, yeah, I knew the policy. I worked against the policy. I think it's because I talk to my audience too much that I draw attention to myself. But I want to point something out to not just Virgin Resort, but any other property out there who is actually doing some kind of grand opening. You might want to do what MGM Resorts International kind of did when it came to reopening on June 4th. I don't know if it was official or unofficial, but they let the media come in for 1 hour on June 4th when they reopened those properties here in town after the shutdown we had, and they didn't say anything to the bloggers that were in there as well. All you had to do was say that you're with the media and you were good to go. And you know what would have happened if you had done that on Thursday? Just an idea from my head. Because you know what I saw on Thursday? I saw a property that was the most pristine it'll ever be. There will never be another time and place in this history of this property where you have so many good looking people wearing such expensive clothing, with such expensive jewelry, with people walking around with champagne flutes and DJs playing and live entertainment going out and metros all over the place and the media's there. You'll never have that opportunity ever again. And that's when those bloggers want to come in to show everything off. We all want to do it, and that was your chance. Instead of that happening, just turned out that this one got kicked out twice and is now talking about it on the camera. So it just seems like common sense. You know, I'm not saying give us unfettered access all the time, but hey, maybe you want to, you know, not make people angry when you single out one person and you have all these others even talking to your guards. I'm confused, and I'm not even going to get an official answer. But as for the people that are saying cancel Virgin and boycott Virgin, I hope you guys just make your own decisions. Take a look at this room review, take a look at the footage that I did post up of the property, and just have your own open mind. I'm not here to tell you what to do or what to think. But I am here to just let these resorts know that us bloggers are not your enemies. We're not like, you know, chickens and foxes on the farm. We're not coming in to, you know, ruffle your feathers, so to speak. We are here because we genuinely love what you do. We know that you're the lifeblood of tourists coming into the city, and we respect and appreciate your rules to a certain extent. But when you single them out, seemingly single people out, our audience gets a little bit upset. But anyways, let's talk about this room right now. And this room is actually quite interesting. It's very well lit, but for some reason the lights keep dimming themselves. There is one button to control everything, and I have been told that in this room, we're going to get up and walk around it too. I have been told that in this room you can actually press a single button, like you get a smartphone app or press a button and everything is automated. I don't know. They didn't tell me anything about this when I checked into the property at the front desk downstairs. But let's take a look, see what this room looks like. You be the judge. You let us know in the comments below, would you stay here? Or is it still something that's too far off the beaten path through a bad neighborhood for you? So room review coming up right now. So this is a Canyon King chamber room. And it's actually not a bad room at all. So as rooms go, this is like an 8 out of 10. Actually, it's an 8 out of 10 because a couple of things didn't work in the room for some reason, like wireless charging pads, but about 400 square feet, nice big king-size bed. And it's a nice room, but we can't talk about the property in this room without talking about some of the policies of the property itself, unfortunately. Turns out the person that gifted this room to me was charged for his stay after the fact. He was told that he didn't have enough play in the property, which made him scratch his head, considering that, in his opinion, and truthfully, some of the lounges were not open. Alcohol was that he wanted to have on hand that was basic stuff was non-existent, like peach schnapps, for example. And the fact that the pool is not open. They say they're going to open that pool in May of this year, but that's less than 40 days. And here's a photo of what that pool looks like right now. You tell me if you think this is going to be good to go. Sure, you don't have any resort fees, but this room sells for, I believe, somewhere around $170 a night, which is actually competitive after you add resort fees on the Strip. That plus this neighborhood with all the gentlemen's clubs behind me, not exactly the kind of place I would put my own family. But it's a room, it's quiet, it has some little neat amenities like JBL speakers and wireless charging pads. Hopefully the next room somebody stays in it actually works, because it didn't work well for me. And it's not a bad hotel. If this was on the Strip, if it had a better kind of price ratio to location ratio, I would say check it out. But as it stands with no soap in the room at 2:30 in the morning, I sat there wondering how this place would survive. But enough of that. Let's go back and check out some of the cool stuff that happened before they shut us down and close out the video. So what's interesting about coming into this place right now is how clean the carpets are. Take a look at the footage you're seeing. Plus they have people roaming through the crowds, showing off, you know, the entertainment. It's very Cirque du Soleil-ish. You saw the people with all the mirrors around them. I gotta wonder, what's the liability on all that? Do they have to sign a waiver? But yeah, we're got a lot of hallways. This hotel is sprawled out. It almost looks like it was built piecemeal. but it wasn't. I mean, it's been around since the 90s when it was the old Hard Rock Resort. And back in the day, it was the biggest off-property strip there was. It's been surpassed by things like the Red Rock Resort now. But as we go down, there's some bars. There's some retail that's not quite opened up. You can see some of the ballrooms, and that's a big thing about this property. There's a lot of convention space here. They're right now completely in limbo, at least for the next few months. So down this hallway, we have what's called the event lawn. Right now they're doing some kind of VIP event, so there's entertainment going on, but you can see it's a central concourse that kind of covers everything. And it's like a gathering space in the middle of the hotel. It's just getting to dusk right now. And it looks pretty cool out there. It's too bad we can't go in. And the nice thing about these are the safest you could ever have them. They have Metro officers that are here to make sure everybody's showing off the property and behaving themselves. So it's really great to see the Virgin pulled out all the stops to make sure this was a really great event for everybody. So there's one thing I really do appreciate about this. They've themed this with cactus everywhere. They know where they are. They're in Las Vegas. As we walk in from the valet, you can see it behind me. And it's cool to see that they really appreciate the architecture in the area. Now, a lot of people, this is going to be too much. It's going to be over the top. All right, so we're officially outside right now. Although I did definitely want to show you more of the property, I was asked to leave twice by security. They have a pretty harsh policy on not filming in this hotel, although we did manage to do a live stream in here before they shut us down officially, and we did manage to get a lot of different footage. Just some final thoughts on the Virgin Las Vegas. As I mentioned, why here, why now, why Virgin? Well, this is something that was going on in Richard Branson's head for years. Mohegan Sun, as you saw inside, helps manage the property. So they've been trying to get into the Las Vegas market for a long time, and now they have their in. Virgin wanted to have their in here, now they're in. The Hard Rock was never really licensed or owned by the Hard Rock. It was a license that was hung on a building. This is not just a newly licensed building though. This is the real deal. This is Virgin Las Vegas. We saw some cool stuff inside. Pros about the property, just some final thoughts. They do not have resort fees at this property, okay? They have free Wi-Fi at the property. It was so easy for me to get on. They wanted to take my Facebook information, but I just put in a fake email address and I was able to jump on the Wi-Fi in no time. Other thoughts on the property, free parking for all the guests. Very nice thing. But the price point, that's one problem that they're going to have to contend with, unfortunately. Resort fees equals a higher initial price point, with rooms here competing with rooms right on the strip. Well, the same amount of money, but then again, you're staying at a brand new property at Virgin. So will it survive? Will the Virgin Las Vegas manage to thrive, especially in a market that's rebuilding and trying to find the tourists that it lost over a year ago? It's an interesting question, and we'll have to just see how it goes day by day, bit by bit, as this economy eventually does heal itself. But I know one thing for sure. They did a great job at how that looks inside. And although I wasn't able to get any more kind of streaming and any more kind of filming for you guys, I will recommend when you come down here, come down during the day and check out Virgin Las Vegas. The neighborhood's not too good. I did a video on my channel about the most dangerous part of Las Vegas. As we get some wind and it becomes increasingly more difficult to hear me, I will tell you guys, my name is Steven and I am not leaving Las Vegas. I'm a Vegas blogger. Please do like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for the future notifications. We're going to go, we're going to say support us on Patreon, also YouTube channel memberships. VegasFaceMask.com, the only 2 face masks you'll ever need. So made by my sweet wife, Sweet Caroline, shipped out to you, 2 for $25. And that's what we got today. We got the Virgin Las Vegas. And before it gets too dark and I got to go through a bad neighborhood, I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, click. So are you ready? We're going to say 3, 2, 1, click. 3, 2, 1, and click.